John, remember when games in in the year 2000 were able to look like this and have a maximum of 3 colors? Not even a joke, actually. The system was so weak because it was a late 80s product that 3 colors was all a Pokemon was able to even deal with. Just 3. And I don't think the Super Game Boy even helped either. And well, it wouldn't be out of the ordinary, because they were considering something like that for Gen 3 to expand the size. And for some reason they scrapped the idea and didn't return to it. Is it? Well, I'm guessing it's a ROM hack among the many ROM hacks that I know of and have played. So we'll just see. Is it for any intention of you want me to do some testing for it, or you wanted to go further? Even though I remember, well, wasn't it you at least? What it was Shen, where the fan game of Infinite Fusion. I mean, we're gonna do like a triple, like, what's it called? Well, I'm surprised he didn't. I know, and we were supposedly like gonna do like a triple thing, like I was a Soul Link or something. And then when that ended up falling through, I continued on the playthrough by myself, and then in due time did 3 separate stream playthroughs, all of them being very successful. Definitely not just because I don't think I ever made a nuzlocke out of any of them. Because I think that was the intention, it was a triple Soul Link nuzlocke. Well, I'm saying one's gonna likely need my consultation. For me to just stare at the moves and be like, can we improve a lot of Pokemon's movesets from what already exists in the games? And also buff some mods, if that's a possibility. Unless it's not that. This was also before the existence of the running shoes. And also the skateboard. Because that was a thing planned for Gen 2, and I think it's technically in the files, it's just not functional. Unless they scrapped it completely. But all this game has the bite. And we ain't anywhere near the goddamn bite. Rock climber. Yeah, that's not good. 780 XP to the next level? Why must they torture me? Or why must I torture myself? Oh wait, mouse killing is good, isn't it? Markiplier. In the time it takes Parasite in attempt to get half a level, Saurus has already got to level 18. This is utterly absurd. Ah, no. We Team Rocky are Pokemon gangsters. So gangster that I don't even know your name, you're just a rocket. Not even a grunt. Just rocket. I know that sizes were limited back in 1999/2000. That's a bit ridiculous. And I'd rather no, it's gonna do a thing where it just already needs a paralysis because it's a ground type, even if moving uses the grass one. Look, it has situations like that because I think it's within the case of like Body Slam cannot paralyze normal types. It's a normal type move. See, that was full experience and I only got like 219 from that. Just what? Because I think it's in the medium fast category where it's really slow here and then it will speed up when it evolves. Only 133! I know it's just a rat, but it's a trainer model as well. I'm losing the will to live and it's not even 9 PM yet. But I even sailed in. And yeah, I don't have the mon to deal with poison types just yet. That's very far away from here. See, this just becomes a bit of a problem, like the start of any of these playthroughs where you are just gonna encounter a mon that can completely roll your team. Especially if Zubat likes to use a move that's quite effective against you. I haven't got super potions. And also, supersonic is the worst thing in the world. Oh, nice. I ain't getting a critical hit now. I mean, it could just be said for grass types as a whole. I thought there was normally something here. I mean, there's a reason that's why it's a starter type, so you get others to combat the weaknesses. It's not always a possibility. I mean, not really. I don't find it just very odd that it's a common thing to have other grass types hit early on, and then it's like the only other water type early on would be, well, I guess occasionally has been Poliwag, and I guess Magikarp, but you just end up not seeing another fire type for quite a while in most cases. Why is it that's the type that it's like we got to keep it on the rarer side? Even though often they can just appear in caves or in these surrounding mountains and usually they put one early on. Why can't I not just put one there? I went too far. Shit! I'm trying to think. No, there are no. There's never any early game fire types that aren't just gifts. Maybe there is past Gen 6, but from my recollection, there is no early game fire types in any of the games. Like, aside from the starter. Because even though Slug, you know, because as I say, gifts, because okay, there's Slugma and Hong Kong's Silver, but then there's also Simicy in black and white. But yeah, any early game fire types that aren't a gift don't exist. That's odd to think about. Because what, the most common types to give you early on usually end up being stuff like normal, dark, electric, flying, bug, poison. Like it's usually the rare one, where it's a very powerful one. And then dragon only if it's like incredibly fucking rare. But fire is just not one of the types. I guess fairy could also be an early one, and rock. It really does seem like it's just fire that's never a common early type. I don't know why that is. Because they make enough of them. What they end up doing is that it's, you know, leave them until very late. Which, okay, yeah, mountains, cool, but... I mean, I don't have to put one early on. One. But then they'll also make it so that some trainers can just have early game fire types. Well, they'll have fire of their own. And you're wondering, where the fuck can I find one for myself? And you realize, oh, I have to go halfway through the fucking game to get one. Actually, no, I just realized there's like one early game fire type I can actively think of. And it's Growlithe and Crystal. I think that's it. That seriously is it. How does that Super Sonic do so much damage? Oh my god, I just hit myself twice in a row. And I am not dead. No, I managed to survive on 3 HP, but I don't have the possibility of buying just anything more. Cool. Cool beans. I mean, I knew I was going to be dead anyways, but this is fucking ridiculous. See what pain looks like? Surprisingly, leech life is a good move. Because someone decided to make it so that poison was super effective and weak to bug. I don't know who. Green was so bad of a decision they never kept it. Pretty sure this guy has another mon as well. Yes, and it's an Ekans. I'm blown, it's because it's gonna have the poison stick. Oh crap, that's actually arguably worse. Oh, that's lovely jubbly. So lovely jubbly. Yeah, and I'm still confused. Oh, fuck off, no. Do I even have a revive? No, I haven't even been able to have a chance of finding one. Well, my defense is so incredibly low that as soon as I get wrapped again, the poison sting, yeah, I'm gonna lose half. Considering where I saved, half of my money is now gone. Yeah, the punishments were very severe back in the day. So now I'm down to 676. And I didn't save. Because I was trying to find where the buggy was. I mean, I knew he was there, but also I didn't know how far his line of sight went. Clearly it went too fucking far. Honestly, I would love to see the people that just playing the newer games and never really got to experience the old stuff, playing the older stuff so that they know the kinds of hell the people in the 90s went through. I can't say that I ever did. Because by the time I got into it, it was the GBA era, where I'm not saying it was the level of difficulty now, especially if stuff like Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. But I will say that it can definitely be difficult at times. It still has a lot of quality of life features that this doesn't. And also this is overall just more annoying. You know, from moves being unable, just stopping you from doing literally anything. So the game just potentially could glitch it out massively. To unexpectedly having it so that a type is quite effective against you early on, and also the text went incorrectly of it saying it's super effective, because if it's like super effective against the first one but not the second, then it will say it's super effective even though it's neutral. And also supersonic is a thing. Yes, I know it's still a thing now, but it feels like in this game it's even worse. Well, especially if you or the opponent get a random trick because of speed, and then that happens. There we go, all that effort for one bloody level. I now go to swords, and at least I have neutrality. Yeah, I'm glad Gen 2 got rid of the mechanic, making it so that I can't do anything else wrapped. Like, they really need to make it go from severely overly broken to near unusable. But yeah, it does trap the opponent. It is so weak of a move, but that's the only use you have for it. It's to just stop them from moving out, not really doing much damage, chip damage at best. But then at that point, you just use a move gonna do a lot more damage. Unless you're trying to do like a massive setup or something. And even then, that's really situational. And this is coming from someone who doesn't do VGC or Pokemon Champion at all. I don't do champions because a lot of times trying to do anything competitive just takes the fun out of it for me, really. If I'm brutally honest, which is why I've never tried to do anything competitive or do speedrun. Because then I would just end up only playing that game and not enjoy the varieties of life. Yeah, coming from someone that also just plays Pokemon and Souls, well, I've tried to vary it out because they did Hogwarts Legacy and all that. That is really unhelpful to me, because half my team is gonna require leaf stones. Very aptly named, and because this is Gen 1, I can't add an extra Pokemon to the list.
I am the knight. I am Batman!
Thank you. I don't know why that did not want to appear at all. Oh no, it did there. It appeared in the Twitch one, but for some reason, in Restream, any activations...
Batman does not eat nachos!
Oh, fuck no. That should have been changed, and it wasn't. I had to go over the whole system of having to manually change it. Because it just decided no.
Very good.
Where is it? Yeah, I genuinely did actually have to override. Damn, Sam, look. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened. It just decided, or at least especially for all the ones on the extension, all of them decided not to cooperate, so I had to manually change every single one. That was one of the biggest boys. No. It's going to take a bit more than that. Although I will have to, for the time being, to remove at least one of the sound alerts on the thing. Because I don't have the weight yet to do the arm card. Look, Zap, there is a reason as to why when I did stream Hollow Knight on this channel, I didn't finish it. I know. Oh, I didn't say I was playing sub 2. I ain't even played much of the first. I did one stream of it, and then didn't play it again. Nix. I'm looking a lot better than he did in the original person. Don't go that easy though. It's surprisingly a big rock snake is really weak to some leaves. Actually, no, a singular vine. If you are to be believed, which surely is just the equivalent of being flat. Is there an iron here? Or am I thinking of the remake where there is an iron up here? Because I'm spamming A and I see nothing. I am thinking of the remakes. I've played Fair and Five and Leaf Green so much that my mind also just thinks there's a secret iron here, a secret iron there. Fuck. Did I ever tell you about the fact that I don't like the fact that Zubat just has no actual face? It has a head, an ears, and just has a giant mouth. Yeah, it's Pokemon Dysmorphia, it sort of makes it so that it's not as creepy as it could be, but imagine a bat just straight up had no face. That's what this is. I'm saying that with a bug having a fungus attack it, and its evolution is the bug dying. Oh, why doesn't Parasect just have a grass or bug move? Is it because this is the generation before Fury Cuddle and that would have been really good to have right about now? I'll give it a fucking pen missile. If I know Twin Needle doesn't work because it hasn't got anything that will. Okay, that damage output is not the worst thing in the world, but I am slow as shit. Then I'm gonna have to carry 2 mushrooms on my back that it becomes 1, and also, why does Super Sonic do so much? What even needs a damage calculation actually in this game for it? That is the part I don't know. Because I know in later games it's your attack stat involved into it, but I don't know if that actually is the same for this game. And it's 55%, this 55% accurate, and yet all the Zubats seem to hit it first time. What the fuck? And this is too early in the game that I don't have anything to heal myself with. Potions, yes. A berry to get rid of the confusion, no. So I'm gonna have to trudge very slowly all the way back to the Pokemon Center with little money that I have. Because yeah, that's nothing. But more potions because I know that there is a big Team Rocket fight coming up. Where there's 2 poison types. Oh, I'm gonna have a lot of fun. Sorry, we wouldn't RGB. Yeah, no, it would not be so bad in the remake at all. Okay, yeah, Zubat's a thing, but Leaf Slime would not really do much. And I think Paris would be nearly the same, but at least I would know later on I'd be able to make better use of it. But then I'd have to lose out on Dig being 100 base power. And also being able to get both for the grass type Virgin exclusives, because yeah, that's kind of the main reason why I'm doing it in yellow. Because normally they just remain Virgin exclusives no matter what you do, and in yellow they gave you both. Funny that they did that and then made it so the Magma, Electabuzz, and Jinx, all 3 of them randomly were not available in yellow. I don't know why. Because they're not associated with Team Rocket, like what, Coffin, Ekans, and Meowthline are. So I don't know what they did. There's that, and then they made it so the common Pokemon that are just now more common and the rare Pokemon are even rare. Making it a lot harder statistically to actually 100% the dex. All these have to take a lot longer. Because no matter how definitive you try and make a 3rd version, there's always someone seem to be whispering in the people's ears and be like, how about we don't make it perfect? How about we still make it so that you have to have all 3 versions or something to complete the deck? I mean, okay, yeah, Battle it's the first 2. Like, you need both of them for the dual release. Yeah, and then the 3rd one's like, hey, you know all the version exclusives? We're either gonna have some or none. And then we're gonna end up having our own version as exclusive as well. It's gonna be funny. Oh, you can look it up and see what mons are available in the base 2 games of any generation, which means 1 and 5. And then what's in the sequel. And see, not being there indicating like anything to get rid of confusion. Because even though confusion is a status, there is nothing for it here. It's normally a berry. Like what, the person berry or something? As long as you just end up having to use a full heal. And no item to prevent it, because this was before Hardlines were. This was before a lot of things. This was even before they gave you the option to play as a girl. Then again, that wasn't until Crystal. Although I'm surprised it took them until Crystal to do that. Did they not look at the statistics and see how many girls were playing the games? Okay, they definitely didn't look at how many were playing either version. Or at least Japan did. I don't know if that was ever done for everywhere else. Then again, it was their fault for deciding to sell a fire-breathing lightless lizard against a plant dinosaur. I may like the plant dinosaur, but Japanese kids in the 90s are obviously going to prefer the flightless lizard. I don't know, I'm not being incorrect. Because in the games of Red and Green and Red and Blue, Charlotte gonna fly. Yeah, I know that's well known, but it's just funny to be a mon to have wings and then be unable to use them. Not even for gliding purposes, just so can't use them. I am wanting out of this cave really soon. Which this way is not happening. At least I'm not going to be able to find any shiny. Don't exist. Yeah, on a technically, yeah, but only really in the form of Ditto and the Legendaries. I don't know if Mew's count in that because that's more of a glitch thing. I was just about to save in case I was going to get surprise attacked. Okay, I'm just seeing in the light. This is a light blue t-shirt. Why does it come up as grey in the light, in the camera? I know it's light blue, I'm looking right at it. It really does come up as grey. It's not like I'm not colorblind. Although we did a few years ago find out that it was one person that was and was trying to deny it or something. I can't remember which form of colorblindness it was. But no, I'm seeing grey on the webcam right now. But if I look down, I've got light blue. How odd. Is it? Oh no, bit. Look, can I sell moonstones in this game? Because for whatever reason, there was a period in time where the moonstone was the only evolution stone that you couldn't sell. All of the others, from the leaf to the thunder to the sun, really fine. As soon as it came to the moonstone, however, now, and to this day, I don't know why they did that. I can only, well, unless it was because they made it a finite method, and so all of the others you could just purchase over and over. Good thing I kept Source up in front. Why does it have to be the one I was going to use? Fuck you. So it's a random one, then it couldn't have been grabbed. Yeah, no, you can't use disable when the move is already disabled. That'd be very broken just to use it 4 times in a row. Because, you know, the opponent would have to use another move. You just disable all of them before the struggle happens. Because there's no way that by the time all 4 moves have been disabled, that the first one has been undisabled. It's clearly what happened there. Despite how many turns had passed, it would not be disabled. Also, I know there's limited colors, but why did they make Voltorb orange? They could have absolutely made it red. And based on the anime, which is, you know, what they're basing it off of, would have had Voltorb in the show and be bright red. Oh, no, well, he'd be a coffin as I was predicting earlier. And this one actually looks correct, not the weird one from Red and Blue where they flip the heads and skull. Which was not even a problem in Red and Green, and then they got changed to blue. Or changed in the Japanese blue. Because yeah, if you did not know, all the sprites from American Red and Blue, or as well, Red and Blue, are the ones taken from Japanese Blue. And so even if there was some better sprites in Red and Green, all of the sprites are from Japanese Blue, but all of like the data for the version exclusives are from Red and Green. So it really is just a hodgepodge of Red, Green, and Blue to then make Red and Blue. It really is. It does not matter which one I choose, but I'm going to be the Oathbreaker and go for the Dome Fossil. I prefer Kabuto's to Omastar. Yes, I know, praise Lord Hearings and all that, but Kabuto looks a lot cooler than the blue Bomb of the Sea thingamajig that Omastar is meant to be. Not the rock slasher. I think actually, yeah, the 5 of the 6 of the team are just gonna have the plant as what they're representing as, because they're all grass. Oh, right there. Fossil's team rocked. Vendano, prepare to fight. Do they actively have the elf on the team? Yeah, they should. This is Jesse and Jean from the anime. The 2 generations before double files were even a thing. Oh fuck, oh no, I was expecting rap. Which is fine, you get paralyzed now. But you must suffer the consequences of being a really shit Pokemon. Not design-wise, but, you know, pure poison type with bad stats and does not go beyond an Ann Arbor, because they just haven't given it anything, which is all they gave Weezing quite a bit, you know, new form, with an interesting type in. What Arbor get nothing. Oh, it's a male now. The only time you're really ever gonna see a meow, because we can't get one. Whilst I understand why, it doesn't mean I respect the decision. Oh, that's actually even worse in this. Well, it's kind of worse because dark type doesn't exist. It just means it is actually getting stabbed for it. And it is physical. Yeah, Biting's the only moves to go through. But to change counter completely like 3 times. Normal physical, dark special, and then dark physical. Whilst also still keeping everything else about it exactly the same. Awful move that's used early to mid game and then usually gets replaced by crunch. Critical hit? Didn't look like one to me. It does look like he's laughing at someone off to the side. Level 18. Level 20. Brand beaters? Yes. Team Rocket Blast over the speed of light! Well, it's nice to know that for them they made new music. Because the one, well, there's one really famous track from this game they decided to cut, which is potentially I think it's either maybe like Giovanni music, or is the music like before victreebel or Elite 4. Like, it's a really good track as well. I honestly could have kept it. Oh, yes. Now, I knew there was anion, but I don't know what TM it is. Oh, not whirlwind. That only works in wild battles for whatever reason. It doesn't work in trainer battles. The AI will try and use it, just not knowing anything, and will fail. I mean, at least it means you get a free turn, but it's really hard. It just has on every move in the game. We found one that only works in wild battles. But we have now made it into Cerulean City. Couldn't you tell it's in bright blue? Or maybe? Okay, I'm seeing exactly the same as before. What I do need to know is, do I have many Pokeballs? Because I've... Okay, they still sell for nothing. And also, so you can put a price on a moonstone which is nothing. But... Well, no, you can put a price on a moonstone which is nothing. And then the dome fossil, no you can't. No. Which means I'm just gonna deposit the stuff that I don't need. Because I'm pretty sure it's unlimited space within the PC to just deposit stuff. I don't like the fact that it immediately just goes back up. Well, the rest I can keep, although I could easily sell off the TMs if I have no use for them. And I'm pretty well, considering one of them is whirlwind, I don't like to remind myself what the others are. I'll keep in that, but I don't know who can use it. What? None of my team's able to use that. Fine, okay, nope. So, TM01 is like the only one being saved. Electro ignored orders. And clearly it's a shiny one. I wonder why. It was TM faithful, the bite. Yeah, we have no use for that around here. I'm more with TM4 and 12, so I can remind myself before I lose anything good. Oh yeah, whirlwind and water gun, wasn't it? At least, like, once I've got 2 new ones coming up. I can get those, and then I will not really have to pay for +4s again. Oh, really? No. Once I get the 2 up here, let me just check their level. Which one is better, if there is any difference at all. Okay, what have we got? 12 and 14 compared to 12 and 14 more commonly, and then 12 and 14. Like I said, between the level of 12 and 14, I don't really know if much is going to change the levels. I mean, I know it's in that small gap. I mean, if you can figure out what ones I'm thinking of, well, I'm looking at right now, I'll give you a prize of $1. Okay. It doesn't matter for either of them, the moves are nearly the same. But even before either of them, I do have this hurdle called the rival battle, which is going to be stopping me from doing in of anything. Oh, there is just a chance that yellow did remove some of the items that I'm used to, because I'm pretty sure even in red and blue that there's supposed to be like a rare candy here. Also, I need to take a quick piss. I literally just put that on the table. Why? Like, I bet, is it really this part, or is it that part? What part is it? Even though the light is on. it does nothing if you try and hold it down. It's very odd. Well, I guess because of that, I'm going to very quickly swap the cables around and see if that actually affects it. Because I tried it last time and it seemed like it wasn't happening. I know it can potentially just be because... I don't know what it is. I'll try and not fuck it up, but I'll still swap the cables around and see if that makes any form of a difference. Because it only seems to be when I lightly dropped it, even though I've had cases with other controllers where they can fall and drop. Maybe just right to the floor from here and work fine. And yeah, that was bigger than a few centimeters. And it was like, I don't want to work. So yes, I'm going to take that piss. I want them to work fine. Not that you would know, because they are the exact same cable apart from in length. And from the perspective that you have, you're not gonna know any of that. So let's just go on and suffer horribly, because I want to see if I can beat the rival fight early. It's not like, okay, if it was the red and blue one, yeah, no, I would be sent all the way back to Pallet Town. I don't even know if maybe I didn't stop the recording when I should have. Well, that's the thing I'm gonna have to cut out. No, it's gonna take that long. Yeah, let's see what happens, because in this one it shouldn't be so bad. Yo, Green, you're still struggling along back here? I'm the incredible bunch of strong and smart Pokemon. Here, let me see what you call. And then it would have been really funny if it was able to like pick up on like what ones you chose. Or he's saying you picked a lot of this insert type. Not on a lagging to do that. Except they don't. Oh my god, the cable is actually so... What the fuck? No. Okay, so I have to... Oh my Jesus Christ, no. Bear with me here, people. So I can't have it on the top, it's annoying that you're gonna sit on the bottom, but I've got like one of those, not well, power hubs essentially, where you just have a lot of USB cables in. And this cable is so short that I had to put the entire thing like essentially on the ground and close it off. I'm not trying to stretch any part of the cable at all, but I don't have any much of a choice. Oh, that's a pack. Oh god. I got to use tackle from the start. It would have been a whole lot better. Wow! Don't miss now! That's 95%, so I can't even chalk that up to 1 in 256. But what? No! Fine, let's just spam the potions and bring swords back up to health. Because I know it's before the second gym, but no, it's super potions. If anyone's on the other side, Does anyone else know what we're doing for tonight, even though tonight is a Wednesday? Or if anyone wants to recount what day it is today, because I'll just start mine off and I collected some stuff from, well, back home. Not here, obviously. And found some of the music CDs. I was trying to look for, bought some more of the Transformers here. And also quite a lot of my PS4 games, even though the PS4's not set up yet. Just in general, because I still haven't bought a TV at all. I should, and I have enough cables for the console regardless. And then I also did open some more of my Transformers figures I had in box I didn't open until I was gonna get to here and get around to them eventually. And oh my god, do I have opinions about all of them that could just be circumstantial, like QC issues, or the fact that my hands are just really, at least the fingers are just fatter than they should be, and also I feel like there's no routine in them because they've scabbed over time. So trying to handle any of them can just feel like I'm trying to essentially hold on to like the thinnest piece of plastic and it would just fall out of my hand, or even just the entire figure would just go on the floor. Not fun. And then I also had many problems of trying to get transformations to work. Because it would be like, it would line up, but it would just pop out the tab for some reason. So I didn't know if the tab was the problem, the slot, or they were somehow too heavy for the thin tab. Because I had that with the Studio Series Barashout, where it kind of look good, just also didn't help. Trying to follow the instructions was not the clearest thing in the world. So at some point I'm just gonna have to look up a YouTube video detailing like how to actually transform the damn thing, because that's a lot easier than going on off of like black and white etch-a-sketch instructions, because they're not always the clearest thing in the world. And that was only just one figure. I had issues with what? Studio Series, Werewolf Cybertron Game Edition Ratchet. I mean, I knew it was going to be a bit of an issue when Unfold and everything kind of did mean that a lot of the back was just all folded out from the legs. Quite literally, all unfold out and everything. But the biggest problem I had was trying to sort out the front, because it would just not go on long enough. So then I realized the problem was instead of allowing me to do it in any order, I had to do the front before I even got a chance to do the back. This is something I don't like in a figure where if it allowed you to do it in any order, then that would be great, but the fact that it felt like it had to be in a set order, just limit your options. And that's what I feel like newer figures have become. Well, because they just get more and more complicated to become as like close accurate as possible. The transformations just become set in stone of you being unable to experiment at all, really. Where you have to closely follow the instructions. Because if you try and do it your own way and trying to figure out how to do it without them, yeah, you're gonna get stuck. And then, oh yeah, then I had the Studio Series 86 Ironhide. That was great. Like, considering I'm used to Siege Ironhide from like 2019, and I didn't get the Earthrise one, it really did feel like it was an advancement on that. Like, it had the same like swivel part for the chest and the arms and like the upper chest. Still had that left over, and the legs were just like more advanced. I wasn't a fan of the clear plastic, but yeah, the translucent plastic was not fun. It did feel like it was really thin, flimsy. During the break, he even did that on the battle trap as well. That wasn't good. But it was just about able to connect, even though I had an issue with like the thing that were also translucent plastic with like the bits between the arms and the windshield just did not want to connect. But putting the guns on top hides most of that. That was like the only real issue. And then I had Wind Charger, which I had the issue of. It just had no weapon storage from what I could see. None. And it had like an effect thing for his like electromagnet. Well, he's one with magnetism. But there's no real way to store the thing in vehicle mode. When the vehicle mode is kind of cool, and there's another one where the law of transformation is just in the legs. Where it just full on like folds out. And it just covers over him. But nothing at all. And then I had Target Master Sure. I was working at that one for a while, trying to get the legs folded a bit more. And then somehow I just had to fold in a certain way, and it would actually properly slot in and look a whole lot better. And then I had the issue of the fins that were separate pieces, not wanting to stay in. Because even though they'd go in, because of where they went in, had to line up with another of the same on the other side, they just fell into each other's face and one would pop off. And I still have more to unpack because I've still got Alphatron, Shitty Series Game Edition, Ironhide. I do not know if any tolerances would have been changed from one to the other, or if one was before or after. As well as DevCon, Armada Wheeljack, Howling's Armada Hotshot, and Joel. Then I've got Ramjet and Frost, because I did also bring Dirge along, which I had beforehand, because I had not had before Dirge, I had not experienced the Earthrise Seeker mods at all, because I wasn't wanting to get the Starscream, and at the time it was just impossible to enough get any of them, and all I had was the Tetra. Yeah, it was better, but even then I couldn't get the one I wanted at the time. Skywalk wasn't really wanting to get Starscream. And the one time when I was wanting, could have known I got it, on my Facebook Marketplace, it's like, nope, unavailable, but if uncracked available, it's like... So then I eventually did actually find the the neon colored ones of green, yellow, and blue. I like those. And then finally they did actually decide to make the Skywalk a separate release instead of, I think it was an Amazon exclusive. So that's nice. It take a while for them to arrive by being pre-ordered and everything. I can definitely see the issue of like not having enough of what makes one really good, but it's definitely better than nothing. Because they really did like to do of having it so that one or two of like a trio just is an exclusive, because the Leon did it with Skywalker again, except packaging him with Thundercracker for Earthrise and made that an Amazon exclusive. Why? Like, I know they're gonna be like, oh yeah, Starscream's the one that sells because of how popular it is, but then they also forget that Skywalker is the Black Convoy effect with some purple extra thrown in. And it's like, why not just have him be a separate release as well? Why you got to make it seem like he's exclusive? It's not like it's Gen Select, where you know it's an obscure figure. So you're not having to run the risk of putting one into mass retail. No, this guy has been there since the beginning. But he was technically the first Transformer to transform with his Earth mode, actually. The first one. Yeah, I'm still slower. Oh, you motherfucker. And also, no, I don't have the Studio Series 86 version of either Skyward or Thundercracker because I can't remember how much they are. They may look great, but I had other figures to think about. And considering what's happened to my Legacy Skywalk, where a peg has broken off so that his weapon is not able to be put in anywhere in gem mode. You know, like, have you seen anyone not to be given no raise? I don't know why. I know that was Cork as well. Not that they're gonna bring Cork as black back. Yeah, I think that was the excursion from the Transformers stuff. I still have to get around to opening my copy. How the Prime's Optimus. No, not even the Star Optimus from the newest stuff. Because that's still like 100 quid plus. This was about 40 quid. Like, I'm surprised that that one is the one that got like reissued of the time and it's still on Amazon tonight. That one. I think they're doing the same with Earthrise as well. Don't know about Siege at all. Then again, I don't need that because I've got the Nemesis Prime. Yes, I know it could absolutely be said that the Takara one with more of the light blue is supposedly better, but I prefer the one with less because they added a bit too much light blue in my honest opinion. It's either too much or not enough. I'd rather go with not enough. I still actually have lists of my older figures I want to get for each line. Some of them I've had to rearrange because, especially with the A6 like clones being a thing. Like, do I even want to get the Kingdom version? If the new one is supposedly going to be much better. I'm still even trying to find a Scourge. I know it's like a big shell former, but the two weren't together. I already have Legacy Galvatron. Just want to complete that trio eventually. Because I also still need to get Rodimus. I guess I do need to get Rodimus. Just any Rodimus because I have Springer. And which because I have Kingdom Magnus and I know the A6 Commander one is really good. I still like a Rodimus, so I can at least have those three. No, I technically don't have my own RC. I do have Elia 1 as like a replacement though. Well, it's only because anytime they do RC, they do the common thing of give the feminine figure and then do the massive backpack. No wait, no, it's actually a surfboard and then watch it shell fall. Not that it's not for some people it's a sexism thing, but in most cases, it isn't. I mean, like, just bring back the Generations one where she didn't have the standard feminine figure at all. Well, it's kind of just a repaint. Oh, Mankey, if only had a fine move, then it wouldn't have done much. Rocky Shop oddly doesn't count. Speaking of it, but Dead's critical hit, the high chance, I know it. Not like I'm gonna get a critical hit at all. Yeah, that is life of being a Transformers collector. And all that's going on, and I still get to actually get anything from Transformers 1, really. None of my stuff is actually from it, but that's mainly because we did an awful case with like what they were gonna do with the figures of like some of the stuff in Studio Series is kinda good. And then the mainline stuff was way too much on the kid stuff. Because apparently we can't have anything just like how it was with the live action movies, despite how bad most of them are. But especially the second, fourth, fifth ones. Like, they were still able to have it so that you had the main timeline as is, and then the side stuff was the, like, gimmicky action stuff. Like, still had the main timeline, but wasn't like, no, the gimmicky stuff is the main stuff, and the stuff that's actually supposed to be the good stuff is for the side stuff for collectors. That's kind of why I ended up feeling like they did that shit over the years. I know you could say that's just inevitable, but I mean, come on. Doesn't help that it's what Studio Series is now. Is literally just the ones for the movies, and I guess games as well. But they only went into Game Edition because it's like they were running out of stuff for the movies in general. And they weren't going to do Skids and Mudflap anytime soon either version, really, of like Ford and the Venno? Or not Venno, Chevrolet. Or even the ice cream truck. And I don't know if they would ever go back to do any of the older ones that they did. But I think at this point they needn't have done all of them. The only ones I can actually think of, actually no, the only they could do the older ones that appeared in the games actually, or like what, Swindle, the one that was the pickup truck that also, I just mentioned we got Weepinbell actually. The pickup truck with the massive Decepticon logo on it. All the grunts from the first game they could bring in. And also some of the stuff from the second. It's right now in Warpath on Ocean Guard for the Moon. I don't know what they could do. And yeah, no. Yeah, and also why that have to be a critical hit out of nowhere? Alright, because I won't get the critical hit, but AI will. Well, this is gonna be neutrality at least. Oh great, use it on me. Well, at least I'll get stabbed on it. You know, I can actually do something at the parasite now. Hooray! It went on what, level 24 to be able to evolve and utilize dig my fullest potential. I don't think parrots can actually learn it. No, I think it can it? Yeah, but because it's a kid's game, I can't join the Mafia. That I know. Because he is there, and he does have a glitch associated with it. So yeah, we are saving here. Because on Route 24, if you want to see on the town map, yeah, you can get both Oddish and Bellsprout at 30% chances each between levels 12 and 14. Surprisingly, actually in here you can get Venonat between 13 and 16 in yellow only. Finding the meaning of Venonat is so early on in the day, it's like number 48, right after Parasect. But then have you wait forever to get a Venonat? It's really stupid. Also up here, well at least up above me, is where you would be able to get a Charmander, but we're not doing that. No. Let's see which one we encounter first, and it does not matter what level or which one we actually find. Gender is also not a factor because it doesn't exist, but there'd be an oddish because you end up being limited to 3 colors. There is no blue. I am paralyzed one because grass types are immediately immune to Sunspore. It does have absorb, so it does have a leg up on Paris. And it is on the 14, that's actually on the higher side. Yes! The weed Pokemon. It may be mistaken for a clump of weed. If you try to yank it out of the ground, it shrieks horrible. Well, I just into behind the scenes of some of the things, kind of. Well, hopefully, if I could sort out. That's a long one. Japanese Nazonokuza. Or French Mercedes. German has Marapla. And then in Spanish, Italian, and Brazilian Portuguese, it's just oddish. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce the ones for covering in Mandarin and Cantonese Chinese. Okay, really Mandarin. Can I fit the longer one in though? I think actually I can't. Well, let's see. Mandragora. I just about can. Yeah, plants from the Mandragora genus. Okay. Well, now that's one taking out. Oh, let's see what situation is with the other. I guess we can go. Not in the Penfez, the streamer that I think is still going, but it's an OG in the FIFA community, but the Penfez. Nepenthes. But before I do that, I'm going to get myself another drink. Back in 2 minutes. But I actually will decide for now I'm going to turn the light on. I ended up on the phone. And let's go and check the stats of Mandragora. 27 special. We've only absorbed because it's not until the next level. Well, actually, let's not really compare the stats. There's quite a few gaps in levels. Let us find that bellsprout. No, we find the burner that I mentioned earlier. Not annoyingly hit 10%. Wonderful. Are we going to find the 1% level 17 Pidgeotto? Nope, we're finding stuff that's less common than the bellsprout that's in at 30, which is my type of luck. I find the stuff that is a lot less common. That's 2 to 10% venom hats. Where's my bellsprout? Finally, actually, in this game, on this round, the bugs of Canopy and Weedle and their lines are not here. I don't know why they took those out. I guess they had to make room for both exclusives. There is the bellsprout on the opposite side of the scale. I guess I know what's going to be the one out in front. I was waiting until both of them were caught, because then I could do that. Okay, are they on the smaller side? It is hard to tell on such small, on a really small scale. As always, the best I'm gonna get it, including the really oddly proportioned parasect. I'm going to other choice. Right, yeah, this one will be the Pentex. Flower prefers hot and humid places. It is not neither hot or humid, it's right next to the water. It's insects with its vines and the bell. It's another plant, because that's just what a lot of grass types are, just plants. Well, yes, our team science has doubled. And it's new 69. Okay, I was in 24 special. I'm at the 27. I guess I can actually see links with outside. It's still lower. So that is like a 6 or 8 level gap. And then the bigger, yeah, 44 special. Alright, let's just go back to the Pokemon Center. And the... Oh, actually, do we go up north? Or do I go into the go into the gym? And hopefully not encounter the ice types. Because then actually, yeah, for both of them, it'd be good XP. Because both have grass moves. Yeah, I can't do that. I don't think I can do that probably until I go all the way up. But this team composition is gonna stay the same for a while. As in, we're not gonna be adding any more for a long time. Double checking something. Flash! I'm first on, let's do it! Are you gonna be the one who's tricky with the... No, the horsey actually. Level... Oh, did they change them there? All of them. I'm expecting to be slower, but... If I had, was it the 5th one per special from Koga, this would be great. But as of right now, it is not. But doing that also increases my speed. And my attack actually, because attack's what I've got, but I don't have anything using attack. Because that's a bad boost glitch. Yeah, I know that looks like it's just about clipping the top, but that, I'm not joking, that's unedited. It goes up to 41 pixels. That is as high as it is willing to go. And even the bottom is the same. Unless I find out that somehow I haven't cut these parts off correctly. Considering how fine I know that I did cut it. And I can't really zoom in further than I already have. It's being left as is because it was only annoying me. In a long time, it does only end up annoying me. Yeah, it's still not enough because it's just a horsey. That's a shadow. Why does that have to be a critical hit? And what? No. That's right though, and if you notice, the game did speed up. Yeah, it weirdly does that when you're on low health. Like, everything just decided it wants to be faster. Which is kind of why within speedruns, it is better to just stay on low health. Everything else is just going to speed up, and I don't know why. You normally have a golden. Misty can wait a turn. I'm so good at my job. Even though you just have a level 19 going. Not even gold. Oh, and you have Peg, that's just gonna... Why is everything a critical hit when I'm not using it? Fucking no. I know I don't have the highest base speed in the world, but what? I can't not just be facing everything that has like base 70 speed. I don't know, can we find it a slowpoke somewhere and it would be able to get a critical hit? Really, the one time I hit myself in confusion is also the time that I faint because of it? Fine then, I'm just gonna go with swords and kill you. I wasn't trying to make swords go to the end of the same level as Starmie, but the game forced my hand into that. Because Goldeen was just able to use Peck and Supersonic, and that was just so powerful of a combination that I had to think in all that. Just trying to get some levels. And no, I have to struggle even more. I don't have a rod yet to just kill the entire fishing. From the fish populace. So the only thing I can do for actual good XP is going north. I'm fine with taking this guy because I'm not using the glitch. Yeah, it was facing towards the bottom because that's how they load in. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to actually, really, based off level, not. Well, for Surge, I can at least have all 4 of my team members be in the middle stage, well, middle/final for Parasite. By the time facing, because all he has is level 28 ranges, so actually based off of levels, I can very easily could argue like not be as strong, but I mean on that and I've got another thing. Because that's a critical hit. Every single thing is a fucking critical hit. Why? As I say, the game does not want me to gain any levels at all. Oh my god. Like, for any region, this should arguably be best for a grass type. But I guess that is the answer of don't try and use a full team of it, because the good one that I'm waiting upon is a while away. And I need to get Dig soon, which is not going to be what I'm actually trying to get to. Did I check? Can parrots learn in Gen 1? One actually can. Oh, and I think I am gonna end up having to keep Paris as a Paris. Well, Parasite as a Paris. Because of the levels, I would get the moves. Because, well, if I look ahead, keeping it one as a Paris until level 27, or I can get 4, which is an extra 3 levels, and then after that is another 7 to get Slash, which is still faster than going straight to a parasect and waiting till level 39 for growth. So that's annoyingly what the plan's gonna have to be. Keep it as a paras until level 34, so an extra 10 levels. Oh, I just realized something that I completely forgot. I didn't do anything with the YouTube stuff. There we go, it's sorted now. Fine, let's immediately go back, because God forbid I get the penetrates up to level 14. It's only 25 XP as well. Only 25. And I'm being barred. This normally happens in any playthrough. The one of the months I'm trying to level up before the experience shares are obtained. Struggle massively. There's just always one, or at least a few, that I want to use and I see that I have an impossibility. Oh, what? Well, not impossibility, that's not what I mean. A circumstance of the Pokemon is weak, and because of how they decided to do the levels, I have to keep it weak just so it can learn moves earlier rather than be stronger and get them much later on. Oh, of course, you're the one with the mature. At least I resist your punches. If you even have it. Well, not that one, but then again that's not stab, but then again it doesn't need to be because you just have a critical hit every single time. I know it has a high critical rate, but normally high critical rate does not mean all the time. Because slashing the model games definitely isn't that. Okay, that is a critical hit for once. Not even on the good ones, not if it was randomly, if it was every time. Oh, I so wish I had the Versa Seeker. Life would be so much easier. That didn't exist, they toiled with it, and then they created a problem where it was just infinite. So because of that, they didn't include it. And then the Gen 2 version, not good. Version of a Versa Seeker. Because the Game Boy Color was limited again. And then by the time they included a good one, Iron and Elite Green, I bought about for Gen 4, like, nah, let's not have that. And yes, I do know now that the Pokemon Gear versions of theme in Hogwarts of it is better. But I can also blame the game just not wanting to say anything about it. About any of the changes, because it just happens. And you just expect it to find out. Yes, you could say it's all ones kind of like that, but different type of RPGs going on here. On the standard RPG, or technically JRPG for this Japanese. But the action RPG. Yeah, okay, that's not good under any normal circumstances. Sure as it is, because I'm not gonna get a Pokemon that's neutral to flying. That wasn't a thing until Gen 3. Because I don't know why they've not tried to make it so that they're just awesome Pokemon that would normally be completely weak or just completely immune. I mean, you could say they technically have that with just being a water and ground type, they're immune to electric compared to wind or just pure water, but grass doesn't have that. Because even if you were to have, well, you can't put big size, like Venusaur, well, Mega Venusaur is near enough the only one grass power I can think of that has that. Really? Because most of the time it's on mons that's only benefiting one part of. I guess for Lapras it does give the fire resistance back, but that makes it a little what? 8 times resistant to ice? Like, if that was necessary? Really? I'm trying to think, imagine grass and water type with victreebel. Yes, it's already neutral to them, but it just adds those two as resistance. I mean, it's still weak to fly and bug and poison, but just adds more resistance onto it, so you really do have to just use either of those. Do I have any other options that would kind of work-ish? I imagine the grass and rock type would be good. Then it would actually be resistant to fire and be neutral to ice. Because grass and rock, I'm trying to remember what it's weak to is though. Because the reason I can't always do. The steel and fighting, yes. And then ice, and then I want to say poison as well. I'm just gonna check. I never remember. Okay, so yeah, ice, fighting, steel, and bug are not poison. Yeah. I was right on the fighting steel, I forgot the bug part. It's 4 weaknesses, but you end up. My mind, I end up forgetting them. Although then again, if you had Storm Drain ability, completely immune to water. I'd say arguably would be there with that if that, you know, makes it go down to 3 weaknesses and then adds a resistance onto it. I'm just saying, if they had so many applications for grass types, and they only give it to 1. Alright, of course, the first Slowpoke I find has confusion. Well, I've only got 1 Pokemon that can even do anything against psychic types. All from resistant though. Yeah, kind of weird it looks like that. It really does look a lot smaller than it normally is. I don't know what it did. Ugh. Oh. Level 16. Still got higher attack and special. It wasn't exactly my intention. The problem is that because of how it's set up, that's an inevitability. Rather annoying. I need to go back and sell the nugget. and 5 potions. I really like that this section of the game it just plays the beginning music with Professor Oak. It's the only other section in the game that actually does that. My mind wants to say that there's like a section in Emerald that has that like same idea. I can't remember where. Could be misremembering. It's nice to hear it again, considering normally you'd only hear it once. That, or I think later on they just end up using like route music. There's one Gen 5 that uses Route 4's music. Oh yeah, why did I do that? Like I could. Antidote's off, but not worth it. When half a team are poison types. I should also mention that even Tangela at the end is going to be technically part of the team. I'm not going to use it. Because it's not a Tangrowth yet. And anything it could do is done better by everyone else, including Parasect. So yeah, unfortunately the only pure grass type of the team is also the one that's going to be caught and then benched. I don't like that maneuver for the iron setup. You select one option instead of it going above that one, it just means that it swaps places. Well, this ain't good. Okay, you're poisoned, so weak life it is. I feel like the Nina and bellsprout in this game. The reason I'm not the biggest fan of the ones with Nina and female, I think it's because this one's a more of a vibrant purple, and Nina and females, the colours just seem a bit off, like it's better than there. I guess that is what happens when you do a sprite phase, kind of. Well, it's just white. So it does look like they haven't really filled it in. See? Like, the blue is definitely there to help, but it's not as good as it could be. And also, I'm pretty sure Nina and female is not exactly meant to be that white. Is it? Well, no, it's supposed to be more of a blue, but use blue as a highlight. It's normally a different shade of blue. Because Nina and Nina is definitely blue. I guess I could do light blue if I'm already seeing a form of light blue, maybe blue and black. Do you have anything that could be threatening for me? I know the last trainer normally has like an oddish or something. Which for once isn't gonna be a problem. It was, but when I did what types in red, oh my god, I wanted to die. But the one oddish, one little weed was destroying my life. want to check up oddish. Is it a case of where I have to evolve it by a certain case, a certain situation? Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it's a case where I'm gonna have to. Oh, for fuck's sake. Don't. Because it's a stone evolution, so it's gonna give up on that, but I don't know if that's only a thing for when we enter gloom. Because, okay, in terms of a gloom, oh, that's very, very odd. It evolved on level 21, but gloom doesn't get acid until level 28. But oddish gets it at level 24. I don't know why. Oh, for fuck's sake. Even Paddle Dance. My signature move doesn't get until level 38. So oddish is gonna have to stay as an oddish until level 33. Because otherwise I'm having to wait until level 38 for it. But no. I'm gonna have to keep it in the lower form and then as a vileplume. I want to say that, yeah, it doesn't say evolution, so it's not gonna have held out as soon as it evolved. It's just not. And I don't want to use Solar Beam's not gonna be used at all. It's a 2-turn move and it's gonna fuck me over anyways. So I'm just gonna have to. Put that within the thing of like, don't evolve. Don't evolve until level 33. Was it the same for Paris and Parasect? The game decided to make it that I had to essentially choose. Like, do you keep a Pokemon lower level? Well, you have so that it evolves earlier? So that it's more powerful but worse moves, or sacrifice all that to get the better moves early. For example, 34. Now I've also have to check for bellsprouts as well. Everything game, but okay, so bellsprout can get raised at 33, but what about weepinbell? Oh, it's another one where it's gonna have to be level 33. That is not good for either of them. Gloom I don't care about. It's literally just Razor. And now I'm gonna have to change for it. Execute, and I always forget how to spell both execute and exeggutor. I keep on forgetting the E, even though I shouldn't. I tell you what keeps on happening is that well, mine just replaces the E with a C. Right, okay, because of how execute is, annoyingly, just so they can have a grass move of some sort, I'm gonna have to keep it as an execute until level 20, level 42. Comp, I do not give a shit about. I can give it psychic, but it has to stay as an execute until level 42. Actually, no, 48 actually, so I can give it sleep powder. Yeah, it's gonna have to stay in its worst form longest time. Gen 1 for you. I think for bulbasaur / ivysaur, I'm the change mode, really. I actually I didn't check. Oh, now I'm gonna have to end up changing it. I'm not changing it, but I have to look ahead. So, okay, the most it does change is what happens after level 3. It evolves it 2 levels later, but if I hold on to it as an ivysaur, then it does get growth 6 levels earlier, and sleep powder is earlier. Why must it do this to me? It's like keep it as an item on the level 46. Level 46 or 55. Problem is that I'm gonna do that. Just so I can have the moves earlier. And also arguably make it more difficult for myself. Don't forget that as well, people. If any of you are on the other side, just say hi if you actually are. So that you know you're not just viewed by me. You know, it'd be a lot higher if it was. Okay, why is it these fire types? Why is it that when I have a poison type to use against them, they don't use poison type moves, but fire type moves? Like their main one is a normal one with a high crit chance. The fact that I prefer it to be a fine one, definitely something, even though that would technically do more damage. But, you know. Should really have to put that into the Word document of like, you can evolve them immediately. Or you can wait out for better moves instead of having to wait for absolutely ages. Because this is what it does every single, well, almost every single Pokemon. Especially in Gen 1, if evolve early and wait forever to get moves. The remakes do not even help it either, because I think there was like 38 for one to get Razor Leaf or something. Or they just did not improve it enough. I can understand, you know, the balances, but I'm staring at it and I wouldn't want that. That's just a thing that I would prefer not to have to deal with. You know, just... Or at least if that's gonna be the option, have the TMs be available, but they aren't. Let's just say there's enough of them. Especially when it's one per Pokemon. So if it was that, yeah, that into the mix, then I wouldn't be so bad. Now I can actually get this iron. EM19, and that's not Giga Drain, unfortunately. It'd be amazing if it was. I know I had to fight you. You didn't even know who I was until just a few seconds ago. Calm down. I'm not gonna do the thing of get the Pokemon up to a certain level before fighting any gyms. No, I'm gonna try and do the gyms. And only evolve them at the levels of 46, 84, day 3, and day 3. And also 48. I'm gonna try and play it as normal, whilst also making sure that they don't evolve until late. So that by the time I'm using their final forms, it's the end of the game. Which I think technically that... I wanna say that doing this would also mean that they do get more experience. Or at least require less for all the levels. I don't know if that is the case. I'm gonna have to just look that up actually. I guess that's one way to balance it out. Only from Gen 6 onwards. Only Gen 6. Just check it. Well, I'm gonna just walk on the official page whether or not it mentions anything about evolution. It's not mentioning anything in this. It doesn't mention anything about it, so there is no difference. It's just that the fact that I'm doing less damage. That's all it is. But more of a disadvantage for waiting longer for bear moves. I'm not actually waiting less, technically less time, because it's quicker. It will be earlier, but I will have less stats, so it will feel like it's longer. I can't hear anything anymore. Sand got thrown into my eyes and I'm completely blind. But really powerful. I will say, by having the multiple mon, it did actually just mostly stop it from having it so that Storis was scaling above everything else massively. Which is the more common problem if you just have a small amount of mons early on. One's just gonna get really powerful. I am the type of person to try and catch as many Pokemon as possible. I know normally you would want to be spreading them out, but for whatever reason, that's just what I'm like. Just try and catch as many as I can early on. Arguably so that I have more to throw at my opponents. That does mean it is slower, because I'm having to get the levels earlier, and so having to get my level up for 1 instead of just 2 early in the game is really slow, I will grant you that. But it's how I prefer things. I'd rather have the things be guaranteed. Oh, I barely have any of the vine whips left. Oh no. I did nothing. Poison powder it is. If I can actually hit it, that is. I'm gonna have to switch out because poison powder's not gonna hit anymore. Oh, no, it does actually after one time. So I think I roughly by the level of at least 28. I have 3 months in about to evolve, and I still can't hit anything because this Pidgey does not like me. Stay down. Honestly, what they should have just done is for a lot of the early moves, especially my Vine Whip, just add an extra 5 to the power points. Vine Whip only having 10 is just so weird. It's so weird. Why is 8 the one that I think has less power points than Water Gun does, and even Ember? And yet they are just the different types versions of each other. So why is it Vine Whip's the one with less? Even though it's... Well, no, the chance actually... Is it... 35? So what were they doing? It's like, well, they're doing with Giga Train. Why is it... Why did they make it so that it was ancient power? 5 power points. And only 60 base power. And you need yourself like Surf and Flamethrower that would end up the same with at least... What, 10 or 15? Why? Why, people? Now we have that SS ticket. Let's get Dig. And then we can find Misty. It's about 20 past 10 right now. Considering I did start an hour later, but I've still woken up at the same time. Is it really gonna end up being because of how much monsters I end up drinking? Well, considering what shifts I end up doing now, I just end up doing them anyway, taking them on the extra 2 days anyways. I normally wouldn't, because of how they can be. I feel like they're just necessary, unfortunately. Yeah, that just means that I end up taking at least 5 within a week. But I'm surprised it hasn't worn off enough. And also having the Dr. Pepper Zero is not helping anything either. Okay, is this rocket going to absolutely be an R8? We'll find out very shortly. Yeah, it doesn't normally say that. But you know what means? No one would normally think to click A here. You wouldn't normally see it. Are you just gonna have a sanctuary, please? Ugh. No, you're a matchup. What is it with everyone here having matchups? Honestly. Well, especially if they fucking do that. Like, what the fuck? Still not gonna be fully paralyzed, are you? No. Then what was even the point of me doing that? There was not. Oh, a drowsy. Well, the one mod I have for it is on the weaker side because I thought you were gonna have a sanctuary. Pretty sure the remakes you normally do. And it does have confusion in the turning game, and it's really powerful because special is one stat, so normally you just have really high special defense. But because special defense and the special attack are the same, yeah, no, it's gonna try and fuck me up. Good thing it doesn't know how to hit anything because it's no Zuda. Well, I definitely do not need to growl anymore, really. Just would prefer stuff that's gonna benefit me. Growth is not here yet. Actually, when does it say growth is gonna be 38? Yeah, solar beam is not necessary, so I wouldn't like the sleep panels, but I just rub it in their faces. Well, I decided to take the day without the tear. It's kind of insane, you know. You're gifted. The only one able to learn it. Let's go for the heals and see how bad the Misty fight is. I don't know if it is in any way the same as Red and Blue. I'm not looking it up. My mind wouldn't say it's similar. No, I was thinking of saying something now, but it's not relevant till much later. Doesn't involve aging with it. But we're not there just yet. Now your new phase, what's your policy on Pokemon? What is your approach? My policy is an all-out offensive war type Pokemon. I see. The world famous beauty is your host. Are you ready to eat? Generally, I do not know what her reaction likely was finding it about Surskit. She hates bugs in the anime. So what is her thought on Surskit when she finds out it's water bug? Sounds off the same despite looking like the Staryu is sunbathing right now. And I have a notification in somewhere that I don't care. Although it's not exactly, I can't really say it's a good thing for Staryu to start sunbathing, to be honest. How is everything just becoming a critical hit? This is ridiculous. See, mine wasn't a critical hit. At least it missed. Because the only thing in this game that doesn't have a chance to miss is Swift, and also causing a critical hit right after using growth, meaning that it did nothing. Yeah, well, okay, why is it I can get Sleep Powder on a Bellsprout level 18, but I have to wait to level 46 for even an Ivysaur to get it? That's ridiculous. Am I really going to be using Rat? Am I though? Because I feel like I'm not. Because I have the attack and move, the boost and move, but do I need poison powder though? If sleep powder in most cases is just going to do a good enough job if I can just boost. Now the most overpowered move in the game. Just tackle, really? An extra thing, that's not helping you. Yeah, that's my least favorite part, is that they can just wake up immediately after being put to sleep. And somehow, it's 75% accurate, and yet I managed to miss half. No, I missed again. My accuracy has not been decreased at all. It did not decrease, and yet I missed that many sleep powders. At least now it's wanting to work. And see, I didn't even need anyone else. The pen feds was good enough on their own. I don't know what their genders are. I feel like it's in the case of any and all is completely fine. Because we're not just going to use male as the default. It is for some reason for the player character, but can't really say for Pokemon if only neither a male or female are the only ones with defined genders. But when you trade them over, which I don't know what the situation is for if you were to train them up to like Gen 7 or something. Like, are they all just classified as male because that's the defaultism thing? Or is it random? Slash, is it already assigned? Actually, what even is the case in Gen 2? Because I don't do these things, I don't know. Because they have the values for, you know, whether it can be a shiny or not. Also, besides being able to calculate the attack, or splitting the special attack and special defense. Nope, still nothing, because it's kind of gym location, well, town locations. Levels 16, 19, 21, 22. Off to search. Definitely didn't end up taking us 4 hours and 24 minutes. Just to get to here. But now the game should be faster. Keep on the I can't guarantee it's going to be going at the speed of light. It will definitely speed itself up. And then also have to slow down yet again because waiting forever for those evolutions just so I can have the good moves as I repeat myself over and over again. That's just how I feel. Okay. I know there's definitely more than just this item in here, but I do not remember when or where they are. I just have a feeling that there has to be more, because normally there's quite a few on the other ground, but without looking it up on the wiki, I am not gonna know. So, the spamming A game, here we go. The item finder, I feel like, did not work as well in this game as it should. And also in one part, in like the bit right before the Safari Zone, the game, pretty much, there is an item that's like, for some reason, just like an item. I think it's like a Max Revive or something. That's just in the void. So even though the item finder will be able to pick it up, you will never be able to get it through legitimate means. Clearly someone forgot to change that or decided to be a dick. Oh yeah, the flowers, for some reason in every single game the ever look slightly different. Why? Who's gonna be staring at the flower sprites and being like, they're the same from the previous game? Start on into Everton? Oh, no, I'm not seeing nothing. Well, he has another ability. If I catch her with his net, that likely isn't going to work because the Weedle is just going to poke right through it. If we're going to be brutally honest here. Don't you fucking dare. Oh, come on, that was almost a one shot. No. Still don't know why it's a beetle and not a Kakuna or beetle. Is it because they kind of attempted to make it easier for kids? Because how brutal Red and Blue can be. Despite my grievances with the game already. No, I wish I had acid. Want actually acid at this point again would be really helpful. Which I wonder if they'll ever consider making it. Yeah, at some point, when are they actually gonna make it? Will they ever actually make it so that poison is super effective against Bulbasaur? Actually, why is it? That's what I'd like to know. Why? How much is Absorb gonna do? Just not enough. You could say because some bugs are just immune to poison, but then pesticides exist, which is why they have the thing of them being super effective. But I think overall, I kind of would prefer that poison was super effective against bug. Because that's another weakness in bug. But poison is only super effective against grass and fire right now. And for a while, it was only grass. I'm actually surprised it wasn't super effective against water. That would have definitely been something. And there's many changes you could make to the chart. Is there any that would actually benefit grass at all? I'd say you could have it so that something like Razor Leaf is super effective, at least neutral. Steel or even super effective. And ice as well, because of the Razor card, just I don't know what's entirely stopping them. Oh, I don't know, have it so that grass types actually do get like a boost. Or, well actually just have it so it's built in, where if on the sun, they cannot be affected by fire type moves, or they get the flash fire effect, where it boosts their beneficial stat. That would be cool. Or just a separate ability for them, like sun armor or something, and okay, I'm poisoned. And I missed Leech Slide. Great, so on the same turn that I missed Leech Slide, I get poisoned. That's just my luck. Right in a nutshell. Any anti... I do actually have 4 because that's a rarity somehow in this stream. Oh yeah, no, this guy should have as well, so we're gonna be living. I was wrong. I'm thinking of the originals plus the remakes. Because I don't know yellow enough. I don't. Because I think I did one full playthrough of it ages ago. And this is like the only like second ever time I'm gonna do an actual full playthrough of it. Because I don't. Yeah, I didn't have a virtual console in the 3DS at all. Right, immediately having to use another antidote. Of course. Oh, you have a Cuba! Let me just absorb all of its life force, or not, because it's actually faster than me. Looks. Yeah, cool, I know it's 3 levels higher, but how is it the one doing more than me? Please do not let them know clinch. Yes. Thank you for being in the... Okay, no, what the fuck? Why are you gonna do this to me? Why? Oh, I could have actually used it then. Somehow managed to fail twice. Like, why would they wanted to go for Bunkle and decided not to any other times? I would say, is it random? I want to say you normally have a butterfree. I don't know if that's still true. Yeah, it's still true, and I didn't know the butterfree. I was not entirely expecting the butterfree to be blue. Oh, that's like a common thing. Please say you can actually paralyze. Or am I not gonna have a chance to do that? Oh, but no, you can paralyze me just fine. What is this bullshit? How is it that I hit myself in confusion and then I got paralyzed, and then as soon as I try and paralyze it, it refuses? I don't even know if it has a flying move at all, even. I don't know what the fuck it has. That's the problem right now. I don't know what it has. I'm gonna at least paralyze it, at least even tackle it to death. You quad revisioning of everything I have. Can't poison a poison type. Not how this works. No. Okay, but you can put me to sleep just fine. Doesn't matter. I'm still gonna win. Oh, this is hilarious. The annoying part, the main quite annoying part, is that the butterfree is not gonna run out of power points at all. Because they didn't input that in at all. So the opponent can never actually use struggle. I don't know if there's a way to actually make it so that they can. I'm still asleep. One of the worst fights of all time. A sleeping corpse plan versus a paralyzed butterfly. Am I still confused though? Yes. I'll just have rub salt on the wounds. That's fine. That's all you had. Yeah, it was not the fact that I'm too good, it's just that you were just incompetent. And they definitely did make it so that I have to fight both of them. Yeah, I have no choice. Change it to... Well, how do we make it do it? Well, I think it's both, only one can be skipped. Don't. Oh, it's gonna be really fucking slow. I may even be outpaced because the poison doesn't do enough in combination with my absorbent. May not always hit. And that's all gonna be worse, actually. You know, it doesn't need to go for it. I'm already slower. Okay, I'm gonna have to just switch. No way am I winning that fight. Oh, this speed. Stop going for sand attack. You have other moves. Actually, I just want to know, if I wrap, will the poison come into effect every turn? It does, actually. So I guess that is a really good combination. Just have it be poisoned. Poisoned and confused and wrapped. All at the same time. Well, I found a really good tactic. Just that I don't have poison powder anymore. Shit, I didn't think about that. But now I get to do what the opponent normally does to me. How does it feel? And now I'm thinking of Superman vs. the Elite. Like, how does it feel, Black? Just a Black. Just being like, this is what one could know that I do with all the power that I have, and I choose not to do any of it. Could it be said he went a bit far because I didn't quite literally did take away just Black's ability to kill anyone. He just made it seem like that to make him even more scared. Initially, you would sort of be thinking, well, Batman does a similar sort of thing, and yet it's really like it doesn't work. I think that's only because, I mean, you can make the bodies disappear, but they're gonna appear at some point. It's not the best move in the world if I'm so slower. Which, considering I don't have the Thunder Badge, if there actually is going to go, or the Mining Badge, I don't know, the one from Surge, then I'll be able to actually up my speed when the badge can switch. This is, oh my god, just, finally! That was a lot closer than I wanted it to be. Or because for some reason the antidote Oh no, the poison powder was not wanting to do as much damage this time. I don't know why, but I almost was missing one level. I haven't actually going proper descending order with no gaps. But because of how things are going, I'm completely fine with just end this stream when it's getting closer to midnight. Like I said, because of how early I woke up, it's just doing that. So I'm gonna stick to about midnight. And I will be streaming tomorrow between well, from 4 PM to 6 PM. I'm guessing it's gonna end up having to be Hogwarts Legacy. Should be less of me going around the world. Should really what I've made of just doing all of the side stuff that I have left open. With any of the extras as well. Level 20. I thought this will actually only really come in handy when I get answers. And this way, not happening soon. Why? I don't know what it is with me having, well, trying to use moves that are not 100% accurate for setup and failing to use them for the first time. I can really say the least, a lot more accurate. Moves like poison powder, those at 75% accurate, it is not. Fail. You didn't start, but you didn't. You weren't exactly good at finishing it either. Okay, I'm gonna need some potions, which should be here. Anything I can realistically sell without much consequence. I'm just gonna sell the X-Ions. I know that they can be really broken, but I'm going to refrain from using them. And also, what is TM19? Man, to look it up. Why is make toss? Well, because I didn't know my team can learn it. I don't think it's worth me having. And what about TM.5? Did I really figure that one out? Thunder Wave. No. You're still missing one level, Mandragora, which is very soon. And then we'll have a level. Well, I'll put it to you this way. We have 14 members as of right now. Mandragora, which is the Oddish, the Penthez as the bellsprout, Parasite as the Paras, and Saurus is the Ivysaur. We've defeated the second gym. We've gone dig and we're on our way to a party pretty much as we're going to the SSN. Because there's a lot of war types around here, so I need the level as bad as possible. This is how it always sounded? I am too used to how it is in the remakes as I keep on going on, but it's a definite tune change in 2004. I am not saying whether it's best or worse, but it's definitely much different. And there is no trash can around here giving me a hyper potion. Fuck you. What I'm expecting is a common trope where all these fishermen or sailors just guess grass types. Because it's just, well, I'm doing a type only run. I still have an execute and a tangela left. And then that'll be it. Because surprisingly there's only 6 grass types in Gen 1. And also half of them are part poison. They designed it that way, not me. Well, 6 fully evolved ones. And also all of the grass and poison types evolved by a leaf stone. Actually, in a way, no, 2 of them do. But yeah, you know, grass because it's my favorite type. And you know, you gotta see how it is in the original generation. Oh. I'm pretty sure this is absolutely ages ago. I did add one, I want to say. But I can't remember if I did or didn't. Well, it says last edited the 3rd of February. Out of all of them, oh my god. Yeah, we got what? I'll go with one that's not normally one of my favorites, but it caught my eye. Where do polar bears keep their money? In a snowbag. I didn't say it was bad. You know, like end of his life Michael Jackson bad. At a point where it looked like he had no nose. As Fleet Power, why is it still a thing? Oh, there we go, 19, 20, 21, 22. Well, nice to know you enjoyed it. It's good that I didn't go with some of the others. Because there is one in that list that I'm just not gonna ever say on stream, just ever. I only put it there because of how bad the joke. Honestly, I don't know why they made cloistered that off. Whatever that green is. Because in view depictions is like, what, purple or something? There's limited colours and then getting the colours wrong. Ah yeah, I guess they couldn't have the purple and red actually. Don't you dare use acid on me! No, no. Okay, that was actually a lot. But it's gonna be a critical hit. That was it. Fucking called it. I fucking called it. I just know these things when the critical hit is gonna end up happening. Although, what the fuck is that? Why I know Absorb is already bad in power, but that was shockingly awful. Well, at least there's my critical hit to offset everything. Yeah, let's go to my room. And hey, look, because I ain't got any revives yet, they don't give you that. Not that one. It's not that one either. Wait, do you not get one in this one? Why are you thinking of the remakes where you do? I may always all the way over on the other side. I think it actually only is in the remakes where you have your own room to rest in. Wow! Oh, Jesus Christ. God, this is what happens when you play the remake so much that for the off chance you go to the originals for a different experience, your memory just focuses on the remakes and thinking, like, was it always a thing only in the remakes? So you have stuff like that where I have to go all the way back to here just to fucking heal. And to my knowledge, there isn't really a way to, unless that actually is, of having it so that, like, all the quality of life improvements that Fire and Leaf Green has, but it's still in the same style as this. Why does he need to check my ticket every single time? Surely he knows who I am. Or how about just tell him Bill sent me? Not the Bill, just a Bill. Oh, is he gonna have a Growlithe? Better fucking not. Oh, he does. Well, I'm prepared to lose half my money. Doesn't work, haha. Having a quick claw here would be great. Slow as molasses. On these occasions I would be able to be faster, but yes, I got dig for this specific reason. Because fire types were going to be a massive problem. And considering most of them are pure fire, they don't exactly avoid the dig so well. And actually, the only one that is Charizard in this game isn't even going to be seen in the end game. No, it's more red than Growlithe, so why is it brown? Like, my Paras is more red than the red, but I guess Growlithe is more orange, but even though Paras has more red and orange. Does that just mean the sailors are gonna all have Pentacle and Machop instead of just any pure water? Now, that'd be too easy, wouldn't it? Okay, Sheldon, I can be fine with that because it doesn't really use an ice move. No, don't use that instead, which are gonna be more, a lot more lethal. Oh, fuck off, bro. No. We had this discussion before. Just no. I don't care if you're falling or not. I'm gonna stick with atheism. Just treating me well. Ish. Put it this way, wars were not started because of atheism. Religion as a whole. The Crusades, anyone? That entire part of the Crusades was entirely because... But I mean, because, what was it? I think it was at least English Christians were trying to say that their God was the best one. So then because of that, they were trying to claim the Holy Land for the sake of their god. But then I'm pretty sure that their god is the same as the other group's god. Just a lot of it is a fucking mess, and also I guess I know more Christianity, considering my upbringing than that, but not really family-wise, but school-wise. You know, like, well, the Bible's made up of several books, and considering, I don't know if at a certain point they stopped adding to it, but let's just put it this way, that some of the stuff that apparently was in earlier versions of the Bible, much earlier, and then somehow escaped the newer ones. Especially because I'm pretty sure it did end up being made by, I want to say, monks who all had different accounts of what ended up happening. Because they were also, well, monks were also the ones trying to write history, but considering in all of the districts of England where they were a thing before the Vikings happened, they all had different ways of telling how the events happened. Because of that, we don't fully know as to how much of what they wrote down is true, because a lot of it ends up contradicting everything. How is it? I just want to know how people end up believing in the Bible and everything around it on the level of Jesus as supposedly supreme being well, no, Moses was the one that split the sea, but Jesus is the one who possessed 5,000. Come back after 3 days, but then clearly died again, because he hasn't returned. Where is he now? Not so much on just the Bible itself, that is really fucking. I.e. pretty much just all of the Old Testament. And then you could have any religions as well? Actually, I don't know enough about stuff happening with the Jewish, apart from what the situation is with Israel. Let's just say I don't like Israel. And there's the stream gone. I just don't like religion as a whole, because imagine what, no matter which side you choose, you're always gonna end up believing in someone who really doesn't exist, and if so did exist, why is it one doesn't talk to the rest of us now? And also having to do with the extremists. Honestly, you'd save so much money and be able to divert it elsewhere if we didn't have to spend so much money on like cathedrals and chapels and mosques. Anything to do with religious buildings. Just don't build anymore. Okay, no, no, no. I'm not having you evolve. Well, not if I can get, yeah, acid at 24, and Paladins at 33, no. I mean, I know as of right now, Britain does have, like, freedom of religion, even if there's certain people living in the country on either side trying to be like, we can't have either religion. So you just end up at crossroads, so what you do, you have neither, become an atheist country, and be like, there is no freedom of religion. So just remove all of that infighting. Just anything on religious. Being religious, it does not automatically make you a better person, because we already know many people have done awful things in the name of religion. And then use religion to then justify it. Because apparently in this way, Christian extremists did try to censor Pokemon when it first came out, trying to say it was part of the devil. I think that was entirely because of evolution and that, and fuck off, really? You immediately hit me with acid and make it sound like I'm in you dick? Fuck you. Yeah, I mean, I have no natural defenses at all for poison types. I can have moves that are super effective, but if I have to switch in and I'm still slower, it doesn't fucking matter. So that's why I'm gonna hate tentacles right now, and tentacles. Because unless I can get that exeggutor, no, the exeggutor is gonna take fucking forever to get. So I'm gonna be struggling the entire fucking way. Gotcha. Is it just Christianity that trying to outright censor Pokemon when it first came out? Well, no, there were loads of groups, but what Christianity was not the main one because it is the main religion in America. So I do not know if any others would actually try to have it be gone. I mean, no doubt nowadays any religion would want it kind of gone. Because, oh, I don't know, just any. I think there's been enough characters in the series part of the LGBT community, I want to say. I'm only thinking that because it's gone off for so long, because, oh yeah, there was that trans Pikachu. So yeah, that just means any religion is not gonna like it. The Muslim war. I mean, if they were the ones trying to immediately shun the Buzz Lightyear movie that I still haven't watched, featuring it, then of course they're going to not like Pokemon. But they can't really do much to show that. No matter how big of a religion gets, Pokemon is just so big that it will just trounce it. Oh no, there's not even any shout-outs. 0 out of 10, please return. Am I even gonna be able to complete the SS and before I can end the stream? And you're like, no? What do you mean no? I think what my plan overall, at least from here, would be complete the SSM, beat all the trainers on round 11, then go into the gym and fight Search. My Pokemon are not going to be level 20, but they will have had enough time to fight. I'm not switching it. No way. Oh god. I would want to, but no, the game will punish me for my atheist actions. I should really actually just remove LinkedIn notifications. Be like, your profile, just one person knows me. I don't care. Yeah, I am just randomly checking my emails to see if something else randomly happened. You'd be fucking surprised. I say that way too much, to be honest. Another star you've seen, no Psyducks, no Magikarp. Just neither of those. That's just so common, and yet, I mean, I know you're going to think I'm at some point. Why they make it so that it is just unbeaten horrible? And I'm spending an 85, and yet nothing. There's one that I don't like. Why is it that an XP bar does not exist? The space is clearly there for it because they knew that to do that for Gen 2, but it's not here. They didn't add it into yellow, which would have been really nice. Because we like it when bars go up massively. Either they didn't see it, or what most likely happened is they didn't have time to do it. It could have been yellow, I'm guessing the technology didn't allow it. If they were able to have it for HP. I guess that's why you have the legacy version. I've yet to actively play. I wouldn't mind seeing all the quality of life improvements made for it. But like, this is what the Gen 1 added cake look like. We cannot do better than this. Because honestly, what you could do, at least for yellow, add like more anime locations, potentially do Sevi Islands. Even if you wouldn't be able to add any new Pokemon in. Oh no, oh no, no. I guess include a version of the first Attack, I want to say. Just something to make it so the money can be earned back. Yeah, it does say it's the same, so I just want to double check. Okay, 26 and 33. Compared to weepinbells. 29, 38, yeah. It's not the worst thing in the world, just means it. I think in both cases, like, I can get them to their middle stages and then immediately evolve them. Hopefully that actually is the case. Doesn't mean we'll never actually see them doing anything in middle forms, but it's fine with me. Because I normally do that with Piplup, where I keep it as a Piplup right until like level 35. Then I have a hole and then use a red candy so it can evolve again. I mostly like Empoleon, some of the design choices on it I don't like. Specifically the stuff on the back. But Prinplup is just so ugly and Piplup is pretty much as perfect as can be. You know, they actually did do, I'd say, a really good job for the first form of the water stars. On the whole, I want to say. Because it's not like my grievances with Charmander evolved into, and then Tyndaquil just being the Gen 2 version of it, Sentinel, and then, well, I guess dodging is just fine, and then Doomjar is just Fire Monkey, and then you have Tepig and the Gym, what that evolves into, and then okay, Fennekin does look great, it's just what it evolves into is not the best. I can't even think, yeah, I can see sentimental like cases of Ivysaur potentially being boring, but Trico looks great, Turtwig. Yeah, no, I do prefer Trico over Turtwig despite my love for Torterra. And the Snivy can look good, it's just why have it so that experience is the one to evolve without arms and for some reason isn't a dragon. I don't know, it could have actually been a dragon, to be perfectly honest. I turned out the wrong one, just realised, oh fuck. I moved everything around. Okay, you know, Chespin does look pretty great. It's just what happens to be what it evolves into, or Quilladin being disgusting. Yeah, for what, I can't really find a fault with any of them. Yeah, because even Archibald I do love. Definitely not because how he acts in the anime is adorable. Don't you dare. Participated in the poison as well. Yeah, no, I don't like it. I need to shift it up. And then I guess if you go beyond, well, it's just Gen 7. I'd say probably could be considered the weakest out of the Origin stars, because Valor is basically perfect in Moon. Finally, those are good. And then Janet, okay, you have Scorpion, fine. And then the Grass Monkey and then Sobble are mostly fine. And then Gen 9, okay, yeah, quite clean. Yes, and then the Grass Cat I don't like what it evolved into, and its design is boring. Because it's actually just a cat with a grass print on its face. And then the fire one, okay, is another version of Toad, I'll give you that. It has that factor, I've just not used it. And I can't really say I'm tired of them for it, to be honest. I mean, I was, and then I go out of the age gap that he tried to target, and then end up still playing it. Because I don't know if it's still that meme from years ago, but when it was when Black Ops 2 was out, where the target audience for Black Ops 2 obviously you know adults, but then kids were playing it, but then for Pokemon it was the inverse. It's really old, and I'm seeing it a lot. I still do not want to know if it actively still can be considered to be true. Because then I was in sort of group where I was playing both, and now I'm at a point where I'm just playing Pokemon. It's a lot easier to end up playing when the card you would need the multiplayer itself, which isn't going to be good anymore because hackers everywhere, and also not as many people compared to just an RPG you can play by yourself. Okay, there's the campaigns. But then the point is like, do I want to do it on the hard difficulty and hate myself? Or is it like the Black Ops 3 campaign, which I tried to finish and it was all my so much of a slog. I wouldn't mind at some point playing them again. Because I don't have all the months here, although I guess you could say the PSP emulator is right there. Would have to see if any of them have changed. The PSP emulator has changed massively. Improved a lot. And so the main ones I would want to actually play are just all on there. Like COD 4, COD Block. No, that actually goes as well, because I do want to actually experience it. Cause... well, Arcade was definitely the biggest weird shaker that no one ended up liking. Still like go back to it and say it was like, because it was, well, for the time it seemed like it was going to be the last like standard movement card before exeggutor came into it. Oh, don't do that. Oh, come on. Yeah, I don't want the beeping for low health just removes all sound. Almost all of it. I guess because it's taking over the audio file. That's body slam. Does anyone on the team want to learn it? Who can? The problem of do I want to give either of them body slam? One already has tackle, and the other is parasite. I feel like it's. Would it even benefit from it? Well, that already is gonna get slashed, so it's not gonna need it out. I'm not using tangela, and exeggutor's not gonna use it. But I think it's. I think it is my best option. Well, because if I look at my options, it's not gonna learn anything else. What else am I gonna have in the moveset if I'm gonna have Razor Leaf, Growth, Sleep Powder, and then the fourth move is just anything? Well, unless I really... Reflect. Is Reflect really gonna be helping much? It's not like the layer form of Reflect. So my mind really just wants to say that have that just as a normal move. My best option. I'm just gonna do it because it's better than tackle. Because in this game, I can't give it up. That would be great to have if the game allowed it, but nah. So let's buy some more super potions because I keep on running out of them. Ice heal. It's a bit odd to have that here when there's no ice types. Pretty much at all. No one's using ice type moves. But then again, you may end up needing it because the only way to get out of a freeze without it is being hit by a fire type move. Yeah, no, seriously, that's how fucked up it is. Well, you gonna be who I think you are? You're 843 to the next level. That's what, 383. Okay, that's 1,000. Okay. And 110. Oh wait, no, you're not. You're not the. You're potentially blocker, and we're just gonna say you are because I don't think anything entirely contradicts it. Okay, let's go down here. Well, we can't have any of this food and lizard I am in here. Another secret one. I'm not sensing anything, it's just that one I am in there. So now we just have this section. why this bow is also orange and blue? Who knows? And okay, this is supposed to be the outside, and it doesn't. It does not feel like it. It still looks like we are inside. But at least, yeah, the remakes with a lot more color and graphics. It can look on the outside. Round the outside, round the outside. Don't you fucking try that with me! What happens is that my Thunderfly ends up catching the really annoying part of a chair that's more uncomfortable, and oh, the paralysis! Didn't fucking matter though, still managed to hit me. There was no point. Like I said, been waiting for a long time. So, consider more times, and if any of you have your final words, please say them now. I normally don't get a chance to say it, but that's mainly because somehow I end up doing my streams to no one, and oh, just stop it. Why do they just like to spam charge up? Is that somehow the only move that they have? It's not a fire move. Do they have? Well, I know in later games they can get a low kick, but then they don't even get double kick. God, some of the choices are just being odd. Tackle! Huh, pathetic. Gonna do it. Yep, it's too early. Okay, down here at least it looks a lot better, but then if you go to at least here, even with that, it still looks like it's the inside. I'm guessing there wasn't enough to change it. Are you? I keep on doing that. I'm so used to it. I just do it all the time. I also don't like the fact that for some reason in this game, as soon as you click on the side, you immediately have to go through all of them just to get out again. You can't just press B. I don't know why. I'm saying nothing, I'm not checking anything until the stream is over and done with, and oh fuck off, it's another pack! Yes, I know, I have nothing to defend against the mighty pack. It's a common, just a common issue for my whole bloody team. Just tight double. It's not really a thing. It kind of becomes a thing in the next generation, but not really. It just adds. No, it only has grass and flying actually. That's it. Gen 3 is when we actually get good type diversity. I mean grass and water and grass and dark. But you can't, so your entire thing can actually be beaten up as on grass and flying as well. Almost forgot. Gen 3 is one of the best gens to do it. Because you can just sort out a surfer and a flyer for the team. Without having to go with external sources. Because even in Gen 2 you still can't get a fly because Jumper can't learn fly. There we go, that's the hits I need. I really did take into 3 and not even in 4. Okay, you can get Tropius, but I don't know if grass and water is even a thing. But with cola, I don't think there is one. Which sucks. I really think Zebra grass type? Okay, no. Well, it's affected by the sun, but it's not grass and fire, and arguably should be. And then, okay, there's grass and poison, then there's pure grass with leafy on. And then there's also Tangrowth. Is there like no others? Yeah, no, grass and rock's not gonna think until post game. Another grass type with Carnivine, but is it? Mid-general just answer? I mean, okay, Torterra with grass and granny is nice. I will give it that. It's not out, not much else. Do they even have any grass and psychic types? Doesn't even have a ghost. I'm gonna have a dragon. I don't think it's gonna have a dog. I may have to just look up on the list and see. Is it just mostly pure grass types? The occasional grass and ground and grass flying because of the safari zone or kind of safari zone or Grey Marsh. Aha! The first galactic time since the cave! Not that moon, but you get my point. Yeah, colours were not in, so I'm not seeing silver. But that is okay, one nice thing about Gen 9 is that they added proper textures for all the Pokemon that are still type. So they look really good now. Okay, with I can't remember if powers can learn, and even then I wouldn't want to give it in because it's permanent with no meter in sight. Well, literally anywhere doesn't exist. Oh, right. I'm guessing you don't have Ember. And again, you are the one that doesn't get flamethrower until level 50. Compared to like what, 29 for Ninetales making the better option, and then someone at Game 3 reading Little Arcanine saw that and decided, no, we're gonna make Arcanine so good from Gen 2 onwards, it's not even funny. That's Ember. And I just about lived. to why that sprite for Predator. It looks lifeless. Okay, that may be cool. No evolution. Just sums up the whole team. All of them have had to be ceased from. Just ceased their actions of evolving at all. Well, then again, one's not reached that point yet, but 75% of the team currently has. It's very painful right now. Because I'll find you, and you'll be the last one before I end the stream. Doesn't really look like that Jikuko has fire just burning out. Wouldn't surprise me if that's because it just got so annoying with the world that, you know, you just sing and everyone just gets put to sleep so no one can ever hear it. And then did that, or you. I'm sure you should have done the joke where a Pokemon has like soundproof or something. And then it just completely ignores it. And looks around and wonders as why every other Pokemon is asleep. Oh. Can I just use poison powder? Thank you. Do that, and then I can just go with absorb. Okay, that wasn't as slow as I was expecting it to be. That's all you had. So, yeah, I'm going to end it here. With 5 hours and 40 minutes of playtime within the file. Yeah, a lot of that is the beginning, when I need to get some levels off of the parrot, well, for the parrots wasn't fun. But we're past that. We have 14 members, and they're not evolving until the 30s. And at that point, we're going to just skip the middle evolutions. Actually, if anything, by the time that does, they do get their level, get their moves. Well, that's about what, 14 onwards? Ish, because you know, the levels in here. Like 34, 33, and 33, and it's just 48 and 46 for ivysaur and bulbasaur. I think we can be fine, so yeah. It's gonna be a whole thing tomorrow from 4 p.m. till 6. Because I can actually do that, because I have the day off, and the rest of the day I am just gonna play Soldier of the Public and also clean the apartment, really. Because some stuff actually does need to clean. I can then I just get the clean stuff like once I've had my breakfast, so I can tell that later, so. And also, I'm pretty sure there's one bit within this early on that I'm going to have to cut out. But this will actually be uploaded to the VODS channel, because I did say that the Pokemon stuff will be uploaded to the VODS channel because it barely takes up any space at all for the last one, if I can find it. I thought, well, less than 5 more games after 2 hours. So yeah. The next part of this, meet the rest of SSN, and then go through, wipe out all of Route 11, do the 3rd gym, try to find a Pokemon that can learn Flash. I could just have it as expenditure. Going through Rock Tunnel. And then trying like quickly sort out everything that isn't Eric, but yeah, that isn't Erica, to then be able to get the survivors are really quickly. I may end up being split into two, knowing my luck. We'll find out soon. But anyways, ciao for now.